everyone, to another edition of the Get Up and Go Show. This is Anne-Marie of The Art of Healing. Today, I get to meet a lovely woman that I have been friends with for about 4 years, or acquaintances with in this friendship world of the internet that we have. Her name is Renee Maurer. She is from the Netherlands, and she is a lovely soul, an amazing poet, a channel, and also a therapist. So I'm looking forward to sharing her light with all of you. And without further ado, welcome Renee. Welcome Renee to the Get Up and Go Show.
Well, thank you, Anne-Marie. It's great to be here.
I'm so glad. We've kind of known each other, quote unquote, for about 4 years, isn't it been about 4 years?
Well, I think so. Ever since we started with the Year of Forgiveness, probably, and a bit before that, when we were all part of the Facebook group. But yeah, I think that's when we all met.
Renee and I are part of a spiritual community that was founded by a woman you've probably heard a few times of, those of you who have been listening to the broadcasts of Tina Spalding. And that's where I had met Renee. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, Renee.
Well, I live in The Hague in the Netherlands, Europe.
Right.
And I was born and, well, not raised there. I was raised in a little town a bit further. But right now I've been living here in The Hague for almost 30 years again already. Wow. And I'm working as a physical therapist. I'm also a Reiki master, and I try to combine all kinds of different things. Anyway, I can help people. And in the meantime, I do like to write, and I do like to take photographs of nature. It always kind of bugs me when there's a building that I can't avoid. I always pretend like I'm living here in the middle of nature, which is not true, but it kind of looks like it.
Well, I so love your photographs and the poetry that you attach to them. It's just lovely. When did you start feeling that need to write?
Well, I started a couple of years ago, but then I only wrote in Dutch, and I wrote kind of short stories. Well, as a child, I wrote a lot, but then for years I didn't do anything. And then at one point I thought, well, let's see if I can still write. You never know. So I kind of started with short stories that were taken out of daily life. I always try to write to bring awareness, to make people think in a kind of a light way. It's so that everyone can comprehend what I write. That's not completely true, because I often think it's for everyone to comprehend, but then there are still people that think, what are you saying? But that's fine.
Okay. Isn't that isn't that what art is? I mean, you put art out in the world, and then everybody looks at it a different way, and one person can see one thing and one person can interpret another. So I think that's just the nature of the world. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do think so. And the biggest part of me writing and taking pictures is actually that I like doing it. I kind of get lost in time while being there. Like in the mornings, I get up early, so I have lots of hours before I have to go to work. But I'm always late, because like this morning, I was outside around 6 a.m. and I had a couple of hours, but then I get lost in time and I have to hurry at the end. I've been outside for over 2 hours, because there was this fog everywhere and over the fields, and it was just beautiful. And then the light, I get more and more interested in how light falls everywhere, because whether there's light or there isn't, and in what way that makes that creates beauty.
Yes. The only time I was in Northern Europe was
Mhm.
when I was in college and I did a summer program and we went to Belgium.
Yeah.
We went to Brussels and Ghent and Bruges. But what is that? It should be around the same parallel, right?
Yeah, Bruges is around 90 minutes drive from here.
So the reason why I'm saying that is what struck me the most was the amount of daylight that you get in the summertime. I
Yeah,
remember we were, yeah,
it gets light here with daylight savings. It gets light here around 4:30 in the morning, I think, and then the longest days are when it gets dark around 11:30 p.m. Yeah, so that's a lot of light. And this season, this summer, it's not even summer yet, but it's been sunny ever since mid-March. So although we couldn't move around as we are used to, but it's not as bad in Holland over here. Um, we had a great time.
wonderful. That sounds
Yeah,
so. Right now we're recording at around 2 o'clock New York time. What time is it where you are?
it's 8 p.m.
And it looks like it's full
It's
sun.
like, yeah, well, the sun is going under now. It's sunset around now. Not yet. Not yet. No, not yet.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you? I find it very very interesting. Like, do you sleep with a covering over your face or like?
No, it gets dark, and I don't mind sleeping when it's light. No,
Okay.
I
Well, good
don't
for
like
you.
to have artificial lights on, but I love going to bed with the curtains open.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. I really like that. One of these days we'll be able to travel again.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh,
I've
God.
been planning to come to the States and visit my friends over there. You're one of them. See,
I
there's
hope so.
meet you in person, and
I hope so.
well, this year probably will not happen, but I do hope next year. Yeah, and then travel around the United States. I've been a couple of times in the States, and I really love going there. Yeah.
Oh, well, that you're more than welcome. More than welcome to come. So the only other time that you and I actually spoke
Yes,
was on a morning that I heard you, because you didn't mention, but you do channel.
I
You
do. I
have
do.
a beautiful connection with many different types of beings. And one morning, to my absolute delight, because I am an art teacher, and one of the artists that I feel so attached to spiritually and all over the place is
I got goosebumps right now.
Monsieur Van Gogh, Monsieur
Well,
Vincent Van Gogh, Vincent
yeah,
Van Gogh in English.
yeah.
But you channeled him. I'm getting goosebumps too. Oh, I adore that soul. What a beautiful soul. And I couldn't help it. I had to talk to you. I had to that morning. Can you just tell me a little bit about how the heck that happened?
Well, it was kind of overwhelming actually. I started channeling a couple of years ago. I think 2 years ago, something like that. And just for myself at first. First, I wrote it. I typed it automatically because I was kind of embarrassed to channel. And when I was at a retreat of Tina Spalding's and on Crete, I got to channel there too for the group and a couple of times individually, which I was very nervous about because I thought I don't know these people, and what if I'm saying things that are totally out of they don't recognize, but they did. So that was actually quite I was quite happy with that. But then after that, I think I can't remember if it was before or probably after. Um, um, some well-known people started to come into me. And I've been struggling with channeling Jesus also, because all the time there was this voice in me, I'm the one that you know is Jesus. And I thought, what the heck, go away. I tried to avoid it for months, but then one day I thought, well, okay, I will. And and then Karen Carpenter came by, and then at one point Vincent was in my mind all the time. And I'm always questioning channeling, and always asking myself what is really happening, what's going on, so. And I'm not an art I don't know a lot about art. I like to see paintings, but I'm always saying I'm kind of an art barbarian, because I love what I love, but I don't know anything about it. Right. So then there was Vincent and Vincent and Vincent and Vincent, and I thought, oh, no. But then one day I thought, okay, I'll sit down and see what happens. And he came with such an energy, such a strength, so I was totally overwhelmed. And when and the words just came and came and came and came, and I didn't have to do anything. And then afterwards I thought, wow. So I don't know, it's as if at a certain point I just cannot avoid it anymore. I have to do it. It's probably the same with you, with your light, your light language and stuff, and the channeling you do. But he kind of it was almost the last time that I channeled. Well, it's not completely true, but I haven't channeled a lot. It's just recently, I think 2 weeks ago, I did for a friend, a mutual friend, Annegret Held. We sometimes channel for each other, and so channeling comes very easy with me. I don't know why, but it does. So it's my belief that you can channel anyone, because since we're all one, and if you focus on a certain energy, it's there. And it's probably so that sometimes from the other side they focus over here, and that I can't avoid it anymore. Mm-hmm. So I'm always kind of, I'd like to bring the knowledge that is channeled through me in my own words, in my own way. And I guess I know I can, but that's why I do not always choose to channel. But then writing poetry, it's channeling too. Taking beautiful photographs, it's channeling too. I don't know. So, but I'm looking for ways that I can handle also, in an audience like we have, the channeling is not a problem, but in my daily life it kind of is. So
you're not the only one.
No, yeah,
you're not the only one.
And since the message is always about love, right, from different sides, but it's always about love, I try to bring it in a way that it's understandable and acceptable for almost everyone. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
But I do like the process of, I do like the process of channeling, because if I do, there's so much love in my whole system. I'm a happy person then. But doesn't say that I'm not happy otherwise, but it's kind of an overwhelming, loving feeling.
One of the nice perks of being able to bring in that energy through is it just lights you up.
Yeah.
It brings you such joy. And yeah. This whole series is about getting up and going, and obviously your get up and go passion. We've already talked about it.
It's my well, it helps that I have a dog. If I wouldn't have a dog, I don't know if I'd there was one year that I didn't have a dog, and then I didn't see the change of the seasons. I didn't see anything because I didn't go out.
Mm.
But then I wasn't so much in photography and stuff, and um, back then. So I guess if I don't have a dog right now, shouldn't have a dog right now, I'd still go out because I love the hours in the morning when there's no people around. Um, I don't have a firm walk, you know. I just walk and look around and stand still and meditate and sit down and do whatever it feels like, and it really helps me through the day. Also, you know, if I don't start my day like that, it's a different day. And on mornings when you know you have those mornings when you wake up and you feel depressed or heavy or and going outside and focusing on all the beauty that is there always helps me to let go of that a lot faster than I could have otherwise.
I agree. That's just beautiful. Do you, I think one of the things that I'm kind of trying to get people to do is to take their personal, if it's something that's shareable, to kind of drop the idea that you share it even more publicly. Do you share your artwork? Do you your photography or and your poems?
Well, the short stories that I wrote, I printed out. I made a book from it. Um, I, but the poems and the photographs I always put on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's yes, there's a bit of ego in there because you know it's nice when you get nice comments, but for the rest, it's I like to share the beauty. I like to try to let other people see what I see and feel. It's uh, or make them laugh, or make them lighter, or tell them it's not so bad. Everything it may look bad, but it's not, and we all share the same problems. And yeah, I like to share, and you know, I'm not so much into all the other media. I'm not. It's too much, so I only do Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
That's,
there it's you know, if it reaches you, it reaches you. It's there for everyone to read. And if nobody reads it, then I think, well, I've brought a little light on the internet. That's, you know, I'd like to spread light, whether it's in my daily work working with people. You know, I'm happy when they're happy. When I work with someone and they're happy when I leave again, that's fine with me. All the rest doesn't really matter. And yes, I do work as a physical therapist, but I often do lots of other things as long as I help people. Doesn't really matter in which way.
mm-hmm.
So I'd like to spread light. Um, Also because I like the feeling myself, you know. As you know, being human, you're not always light, and you go through your own trials and tribulations. And
Right.
it's easy to help someone else, but then at the same time, your own life can be a mess,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which regularly is that way.
Oh.
No, not so bad. It gets better with the years, you know. um,
Yeah, it does. I had a horrible day yesterday.
why?
I just woke up just confuddled. I, just one thing was going wrong after another, after another, after another. But I had some friends over last night and we made a bonfire and the day ended beautifully. And today is a new day.
Today
So
is a new day, yeah.
today is a new day. And I really think that's an important thing for everyone who does energy work, who does spiritual work, to understand that, you know, we do walk in the third dimension. We are
Yeah,
we are in, whether, you know, we can limit ourselves by blocking out the news, but here in the United States we just had a really horrible trigger. I'm going to say a
Yeah.
trigger for
Yeah.
racism in the United States. And I even I don't want it to sound condescending, but people who are highly connected with spirit also feel deep, deep emotions. And
Yes. Yeah.
those, yeah. Uh, and those emotions eventually catch up with you in your energy dropping. And I think it's a result of that great dip in the collective energy. My morning just got, as jumbled up and affected by the energy as well. I mean, we're all in it together. The important part is that we can lift ourselves back up. We can make
Yeah,
ourselves get up and go, right?
I think that's it. You can't keep yourself from becoming affected by something,
Mhm.
but I think it's the art of getting back into um, balance. It's not so much that you're not supposed to be affected, because I think that's why we're here. We're here to experience. So whatever brings you off your feet actually is good, but I think it's about, are you able to get back on your feet again? And that becomes quicker and quicker. Where things took me a week in the past, they take me an hour now.
Mm.
So that's pretty amazing, I think. It's not about that nothing happens to you, or that nothing happens around me. A couple of weeks ago, I was really angry because and over here it's not even that bad as it was in a lot of other places. We weren't restricted that much, but when someone touches my feeling of freedom, I can become very angry. And it took me a little while to let go of that again, and say, hey, whatever happens around me, it's about, how do I feel? How do I react? Do I want to keep feeling that way? No, I don't. So the power is within me to change that. And like with you then yesterday, you can't go unaffected through all the things that are happening right now in your country. Um, and it's all those things are part of us too. Maybe not as big anymore as it touches your neighbor, but it's there. It's inside. And so, yeah, if you have a day like that, when you struggle through it, and then you can let go of it the next day and the next morning, that's great. That's great. And that's what it's about, I think. It's not about being stable all the time. It just doesn't work that way.
No, no, it don't work that way at all, at all. So you're taking a little sip from your mug. I just want to share mine because it's really silly. I don't
What
know if
does
you
it
can read
say?
it.
Wait, I have to put my glasses on.
It might be backwards. It says
It's not your children.
it yeah, no matter how hard life gets, at least you don't have ugly children. And
Well, that's true for you. I've seen your children. They're good looking.
that was it was a Mother's Day gift from my younger son. He's got a wicked sense of humor. He's hilarious. And he's Super Mario. He's like the biggest personality. But anyway, I thought, let's bring that one on board today. Talk
Well,
about
I almost always drink out of this one, and I drink boiled water all day long, because I don't really like cold drinks. I don't like soft drinks. Sometimes I drink some orange juice, fresh orange juice, but for the rest, I drink water all day long.
and you drink it hot.
Uh-huh.
I had an exchange student from China, and
Yeah, they do that a lot over there. Yeah, I
that's
know.
all he used to do was boil water,
Yeah.
and he would put maybe a tea leaf or
Lemon.
two, and that's
Yeah.
it. He would drink it. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
I drink that all day. Actually, I never like coffee very much. Lately, I do, but I used to drink tea. No, you know what that is. I visit elderly people and I do physical therapy with them. And then there was this lady I visited twice a week, and she would always have the coffee ready when I got there. So I didn't dare say no, I don't
Oh,
drink coffee. No, I don't like it. So I drank coffee. But then when you go there long enough, you start to like it.
you start to like it.
So
That
now I
has
really do
coffee.
like it, but I get how do you call it? Kind of I become kind of nervous from
Yeah,
coffee, so I can't drink more than no, not more than two. I can't handle that,
I get
and I don't do that daily. But I do like coffee nowadays, yes. But at home, I only drink water. Yeah, and that started because I always drank tea, and then I visited my father once, and then he asked me, "What do you want to drink?" I said, "Well, give me a tea," and he said he doesn't. He said, "I don't have tea anymore." I said, "Well, just give me boiled water," and ever since then I drink water. That's maybe 10 years ago or so.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. So I really have enjoyed this conversation with you, and I've always loved the fact that you're very real and you are not afraid of talking about your true feelings, about um, things that are disrupting your life. Uh,
Yeah,
I really find that very, very beautiful. Thank you
thank you.
for being such an open and beautiful light. To me, you have been. I've always enjoyed your musings and your talks and Facebook
Yeah,
posts and everything.
I kind of miss our group. That's true. But there's another medium now. That's fine too. But it's big to me. It's become too big. I don't know the people anymore, and I know we're all one, but I tend to kind of like the old familiar
Yeah. We're
faces.
among the first crew, the first
Yeah.
we're the old kids now.
We're the old kids
We're
now.
the old
Yeah.
kids and we don't want to hang out with the little no, just kidding. No
Well,
offense. No
we've
offense.
grown. Huh? No, no, no. But we've grown a lot together
Yeah.
because we all started as people who were, caught up in daily life in all kinds of different ways. And
Mm-hmm.
I think now almost all of us are channeling
Mm-hmm.
in different ways, but we are and spreading light and doing our thing in all those different places in the world, which I think is amazing.
It really, really is. Um, I'm taking
So
into
what makes you get up and go?
what makes me get up and go? I sleep with three dogs. They make me get up and go because they have to get up and go. I don't want to
Yeah.
get up and go, but they do. So that makes me get up. Or else they step on my head, they lick my face.
Oh, it's nice. I never allowed my dog to sleep on the bed until the last couple of months, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind of nice sometimes.
I really like it. I mean, I really like it. I I am in a place in my life where physical touch is
Hmm.
very little. I don't have a partner. I don't have young children, let's say, that like to touch and hug. When I was at work, it was okay.
Yeah,
But I went on a retreat with Anna Gret, and that was
yeah,
one of the things that was kind of pointed out to me, and one thing that my soul was yearning for. And it's interesting because I had these two little dogs, and they were all well and good. But then I got this French bulldog, and that thing is 30 pounds of rock muscle.
yeah. Yeah.
So, but what the beautiful thing about him is that he puts his body on mine. I'm
Oh,
like, oh,
cute.
he's
So
giving
sweet.
me, he's giving me that physical touch
Yeah,
that I am, let's say, that's not present in other parts of my life. Because
yeah.
I don't want to phrase anything in a negative connotation. We'll just say it's
Oh,
not present there, but it's present here. So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
I
That's
really,
nice.
I really like it. I really, really
Yeah,
like it. Well, it's just been a lovely conversation, Renee. Thank you for
it has
joining
been
me.
so. Well, thank you for asking me.
And if
And
people maybe in your area want to get your massage services, how do you do that? Or your physical therapy? I don't know. Or want to get in touch with you? How would people get in touch with you?
well, they can always go to my Facebook page and send me a text through Messenger. You can always reach me like that. And for whatever purpose, whether they live here in Holland or other people around the world who maybe do want to talk about stuff or um, channel or whatever, I'm open to anything. And what I love the most is to make people aware of their connection with their body and what their body tells them, because your
Oh,
body is a huge instrument in gaining more knowledge about yourself.
good. That's so wonderful. All right, my friend. Thank you so much. And thank you
You're
to,
very welcome, and
oh,
thank you
yeah.
a lot for asking me. It's been fun. Thank
That,
you, and good luck with all the other Get Up and Go guests that you're
oh, thank
gonna
you. Thank you.
invite.
Thank you so much. And again, for everyone who's viewing, thank you for spending this time with us. I know your time is very valuable. And if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe and share these videos to all your friends who just want to see that they're not alone in the world. So be well, and I hope you find what gets you up and go, makes you go.
Yes, and keep following me. Keep following Anne Marie.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.